From the dust in the universe to the waters in the womb I surf, I'm the all in all. From the atoms that exist in the sun to the atom that's in Genesis 1, I'm the all in all. From the first king that walked this globe to the last black slave they stole, I'm the all in all. Every living thing you see, all of those things exist in me. I'm the all in all. From the depths of the sea to Mount Everest, Allah in the flesh, most benevolent. This physical form born from melanin. When electrical thought sparked intelligence, ain't nothing existing I don't exist in. From the clouds in the heavens down to this skin. If you doing the knowledge, you can follow jewels. In both cases, the basis, water molecules. Rain, sleet, snow, hailstorms come together the same way that my cells form. You don't see it yet, hard to fathom still. It's alike to the pyramids, how my atoms build. I existed as DNA when the earth formed, and my paternal lineage is from the firstborns. Holy Quran, Bible, I'm coded there. In a fine mist, you'll miss if you don't know the square. Yeah, on all four corners they seek the G, while shriners speak on me in secrecy. I created the earth as mother and daughter. Her bones are the rocks, her blood is the water. Yeah. Her skin is the crust, her heart is the core. Yeah. I planted the seeds, I parted the shores. Yeah. Emitted my light, she saw the corona. Original man, maker, I'm the all in all. From the dust in the universe to the waters in the womb I surf, I'm the all in all. From the atoms that exist in the sun to the atom that's in Genesis 1, I'm the all in all. From the first king that walked this globe to the last black slave they stole, I'm the all in all. Every living thing you see, all of those things exist in me. I'm the all in all. Supreme team, dominant gene, God in the physical. Rose from the bowels of hell, pardon my visual. Cremators doing their job when they get rid of you. Crabs in the bucket, mind state to kill a nigga too. Civil wars in the hood, letting hammers dance. Playing with them pieces of steel, attract the ambulance. Or a prison bid, now your daughter's sick. Ain't nothing gangsta about leaving your seeds fatherless. So I study self and subtracted crime. It takes supreme mathematics to heal a grafted mind. For the 2 and the 3, you need the 1. The only way to get to the Father is through the Son. I met a lot of dudes on that used to shit. They come and go every day, I'm getting used to it. Far as self go, I'm planted on the square. They unalike to Allah, they planted over there. They don't respect the history, they don't recite degrees. Will we be using them both to reunite the seeds? Yellow to the brown, brown to the black. Accepted or rejected, you repel or attract. It's been over 50 years, he been gone so far. Now that's a powerful cipher, peace to Allah.
Alright, peace y'all, this is God in them streets. Make sure y'all subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. Once again, I got an exclusive for y'all today with my brother Cushon. We just riding, you know what I'm saying, building like the gods always build. This the understanding cipher day, the last day before we go into a new year, as they say, on the Gregorio calendar, you know. So I was asking my brother right here how he got knowledge, where he got knowledge at. He first explained that he got knowledge in Plymouth, North Carolina by 2 individuals that basically planted the seed.
Let me take it back further, right? Because there was some older brothers, this brother named Muhammad and this other brother named Israel. Those were the brothers who taught us about like the Hebrew Israelites, the Nation of Islam, the Tents of Qadar, Imam Isa, the Rastafari. They were just bringing a whole lot of different philosophies to us. Okay. And actually, that's where I got the name Cushon from, right? Because the brother told us that we had slave master names. And the brother was like, yo, he gave me and my man Jamay a book. And we went and picked our names. And that was the brother who taught us like, the detriments of eating the pig and stuff like that. So we stopped eating pork, and all that stuff already. And I had the name Cushon already before I got knowledge also. And then and also that's when I first heard that the white man was the devil. You know what I'm saying? And which contrasted the brother saying that the black man was God. I was like, oh, they the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So then but I kind of took a liking more to the Nation of Islam teachings. You know what I'm saying? Of all the teachings, which is where we got our father from, the nation. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, what attracted me to this nation was that this nation holds you accountable for yourself. Like all the other ones was saying stuff like, I could pray to something outside of me to fix or use as a crutch or whatever. But this nation, this was the only nation that told me that when I'm looking for God, all I gotta do is look inside myself and do what I feel is right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what attracted me to it.
Okay, beautiful thing, God. So, moving further, right? You went to the military, and while you was in the military, you ran across some brothers that had some more knowledge that was actively involved with the nation. So could you expound on how you became more engulfed with the teachings while you was in the military, and also some of the things that you did and you was taught while you was in the military?
Well, you know, so me and the brother became close. So days that I was off, like Saturdays and weekends, I would go hang out with the brother from New York. And he was taking a shower one day, and I was looking through his photo albums, and I ran across his book of life. And the degree that really stuck out to me was like, who the original man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, God of the universe. So I couldn't wait for him to get out the bathroom. I'm like, man, where you get this stuff from? And he was like, the gods gave it to me. I'm like, who the fuck is the gods, right? But you know, but then, so he gave me because back then, the guards had access to Xerox machines and shit. So everybody didn't have to write them down in the military. They were given to us a lot of times.
Okay.
But even though when I was teaching brothers, when I came back, I was having brothers to write theirs down. You know what I'm saying? But you know, nevertheless, like so the guard gave me the 12 jewels in the supreme mathematics. So I was studying that. And then the next weekend, the guards had a rally at his room. Like now I'm seeing a whole lot of older brothers and shit, sergeants and shit who had knowledge. And the brothers, man, I was like, man, these motherfuckers sound like geniuses, scientists, professors or something. So, right?
So we always say, right, that we not a part of no secret societies or anything like that. But I would, you know, more or less assume under the conditions of being in the military and everything that you were surprised to see sergeants and other individuals show up that had knowledge, because y'all wasn't in a place where you could just blatantly, you know, let it be known that you got knowledge. So would that be a good
yeah, God, that's
assumption?
Right. Yeah, God, and I also ran into a captain. He was like in the FOI. You know what I'm saying? And the God born was from Brooklyn. He was a West Indian brother. He was the main brother over there teaching everybody over in Korea. You know what I'm saying? Like that brother had a lot of students. Every week, God, we would come to his office and shit, and then he would have whatever the days agreed. Like today we understand the cipher. He would have every degree that was the understanding degree or the understanding cipher degree in every lesson.
Exactly.
Already typed out, printed out for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Could you explain some of your interactions with the Koreans. Like you was over there fighting. Like for instance, you know, a lot of times we see that movie Dead Presidents, and you see the flyer that's out there that says black man go home. And I know when I was in college, we brought an individual to our black political movement class, and he told us that when they first got to Vietnam, that all of the like platoons and everything else like that, that the Vietnamese would come in at night and they would slit all the Caucasian, you know what I'm saying, soldiers' throat, and they would leave, you know, the original brothers alone. So with that right there, could you give us some, you know, type of experience?
Yeah, like when I was on the DMZ, which is the militarized zone, the border between North and South Korea, right? The 38 parallel, right? But like when I was there, one instance, like because they got loudspeakers out there, that so like when they moving around, you can't hear them. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, a lot of times they play like songs from the 60s, like Elvis or Chuck Berry and shit like that, and then they'll have like their music. But one incident, I was walking, and like it was just me and one other black guy in my platoon, and they was like, "Hey, black man, what are you doing over here? Your war is at home." You know what I'm saying? And you know, like
so they actually said that over them same speakers in which they used to play the music on. Right, and they said, "Black man, this is not your war, go home." Right. So that's like I said, in reference to when they had dead presidents and they dropped it those leaves, that these is all things to show you that even our brothers and sisters that's, you know, abroad, they know that they are original people too. But just like the guy said, he said after a while, the reason why the Viet Cong started killing the brothers is because the brothers was killing them.
Right. You know what I mean? That's just the first laws of self-preservation. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like I didn't really have no intentions on fighting, man. I'm just really here for fucking GI Bill. You know what I'm saying? But
you were just telling me before how in your training that they just gave you a map and just dropped you out somewhere. Could you like elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, my job was I was a Cavalry Scout, which is like a forward observer. You know what I'm saying? Like they teach us how to defend ourselves and kill, but my job was more or less to gather intelligence and bring it back to the people. But like when it came to me, like what I was telling you in some of my training, that's what we had to use, a compass and a map. You know, there wasn't no such thing as GPS and stuff like that. And sometimes when you're looking at the map, everything that's on the ground ain't on the map. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the point man on my patrol at first. See, being that I'm the only black dudes, I'm like, damn, why the hell I got to be the first guy? You know what I'm saying? Because
the first one to die.
Yeah, because you know, like out there they still got live landmines that never got cleared. Because you know, on that border, it's not peace, it's a peace treaty. You know what I'm saying? So the war could kick off it right back at any time. So, but look, then when I found out, like, I get to pick the direction we go. I said, oh, okay. And so I get to choose my route. So I thought that was good.
So what you saying is that basically, like, when we taught that one is no longer one on arithmetic, And we taught one means knowledge is the foundation, which is the most important aspect of anything that you do in life. So by them having you at the point, and you said, once again, I want the audience, you said what type of scout was the name?
A Calvary scout.
A Calvin scout?
Calvary.
Calvary scout, okay.
Yeah.
That's equivalent to, like, you know, in the other wars that they had.
Just like God, like the Buffalo Soldiers.
Soldiers, right. That's where I was going. That's where I was going to get to, you know.
Right.
So by being that, you learn how to navigate and deal with the land with just having a compass and a flashlight. Because you said they'll leave you out there and then they'll say the only way you gonna eat is that you gotta make it back.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
And you know, God, and they taught me how to observe. I'm talking about how to see stuff that a normal person wouldn't see. Like say for instance, if I'm out at night and I think I see something, you look beside it and it'll come out. You know, if you're looking at it from your peripheral vision a little bit, it'll come out closer to you. Stuff like that, you know, like just little small techniques that they taught us. Or like, you know, like if we got like a POW, they taught us about like body language and they, you know, how to study their bodies and stuff like
so
that.
Once again, they came back to the importance of what our science is with our supreme mathematics, because it say knowledge means to look, listen, observe, and also respect. So even on a physical plane, they was teaching you things that if you already have in your mental repertoire, which is to do the knowledge on any and all given situations, that even applies with military training.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, it's just like we at war with them. I'm at war with the devil when it comes to this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta always stay on point, observe, look, listen, observe all things. And like you said, most importantly, respect all things, because all things got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because God don't bring nothing into his universe that he ain't got a purpose for. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. So now, after you running into the brothers in the military and you getting exposed to the true knowledge itself, when you came back out of the military, you came back down here to North Carolina, as we call it now, C. And once you got back, you began your journey to
right. But look, see, once I got knowledge, the Iraq war started, and the guards was like, with my job, they were gonna definitely send me over there. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I ain't gonna worry about it. And the guard supreme, he was from Jackson, Mississippi. He said, Cushon, man, you know they're gonna send you to the war. All you gotta do is extend in Korea to avoid it. And I was like, God, I gotta take this knowledge back to my brothers. And the guard said, how the fuck you gonna take the knowledge back to the wilderness, and that's where it came from, right? And I was like, God, this knowledge ain't from where I'm from. I ain't never heard this. So, you know, so my intention, God, was to teach both of my brothers and my best friend.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then and I came and this other brother got knowledge while I was there. But like my physical ears guard, which his name was Bislam at the time, and the guard Magnetic, they were the ones that I stayed in contact with when I was in Colorado, because I got stationed at Fort Carson, and I started teaching out there. I started the rallies out in Colorado Springs. You know what I'm saying? And I had a bunch of students out there too. And the guards, they was teaching back in Plymouth. But so I took the knowledge down there, but I never really lived down there to be teaching. But like, and then I ended up going to Shaw University, and I started giving some brothers up, and I started rallies over here in Raleigh then, while I was at Shaw University.
That's a coincidence because I was there long before. I'm not as sure, but I was at St. Augustine's where I went from Knowledge Born Bill Cipher to Knowledge Born Bill Culture, 1980 to 1984. And that's what I be telling a lot of brothers and sisters when they want to claim that they the firstborn of an area, because they really don't know. Because if somebody else was there, they may not got everybody to start studying their lessons and everything, but they had already dropped the seeds of knowledge, just like the individuals that you ran into that, was telling you about these various other organizations that, also have food of thought, have conscious realities to help raise, the consciousness and awareness that would lead you to the knowledge of self.
Right, exactly. Because those other people, right? See, because I'm a history buff too, and when I looked at a lot of American history, the only thing I saw was when it came to black people, they'll tell us about Nat Turner, they'll tell us about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and to me, the messages in that was, you can stand up for your people, but you're gonna pay with your life for it. You know what I'm saying? But there's so many countless other leaders that didn't get killed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That they ain't gonna tell you about them. The ones that were successful.
Right.
And lived to a ripe old age. You know what I'm saying? So really, we wasn't picking them as our leaders. They were picking our leaders for us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm saying it because them brothers, but like all of them brothers, that's when I was hearing like how great black people were. Because before that, I wasn't hearing nothing good except we were slaves or some shit. So like if you coming out of slavery, if your parents are slaves, what that make you? You know what I'm saying? Right. Just mentally, and then for me to hear that we come out of greatness, like the kings and queens of Africa and things of that nature. Like, wow, So a lot of those different fields of thought played into me finally getting knowledge of myself, you know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. So, as you came back and you began to start to teach individuals, because I know you be telling me some of the history of the teachings down here. So would you kind of give them a chronological background to how once you started teaching other individuals that you ran into, maybe where y'all started having your first rallies, and some of the brothers that you would also include as having a significant impact on the knowledge being spread in your geographical location?
Okay, yeah. So I brought the knowledge down here in December or November of Born Cipher. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge Born Cipher. So then as time went on, when I started going to shore, I went down to the beach and I met these sisters, and they were like, me and my brothers were together, we were telling them my name, we were like, peace. So these women, they were like, they knew some gods in Roanoke Rapids. So I'm like, oh, word. But I never met these brothers and nothing like that. But they were saying like they was born in knowledge and stuff like that. So I'm like, man, it gotta be the gods. So that was my first time hearing that it was some other gods than us. You know what I'm saying? And then as that time went on, then we met a few brothers up here in Raleigh who was getting knowledge coming out the penal system, and to me, I never met none of them that was real serious about the knowledge, you know.
Right.
It's like they probably were getting the knowledge for whatever purpose they had in the peak down. But so then I ran into the God when the gods had that 5% network thing or something. No, before that, the God Pure. I met him. It was some guys from Jersey that was teaching that show before I got there, named Takim. He was teaching the God Born Nakia and Pure. Those two of his group that I ran into, and those brothers I was building with them, and so Pure graduated from Shaw, ended up going to A&T, and then when Pure came back and told me that the guards be having rallies in Greensboro. So the next month, you know, I get about 3 carloads of the guards, we going up there. But when we get there, the rally done went to Lexington. We don't know this. So then we go to Lexington next month. Now it's in Charlotte.
Right.
So we didn't get back with them until they got back to Greensboro.
Right. That's
So,
when I first got down here in like the end of Born Guard 97 going into 98. That's when it was real strong, and Greensboro was Guardsboro, you know, and Charlotte, you know, Guard City, Queen City, and Lexington. And like I stated, you know, the older brothers, Guard Raheem and Nally, I mean now Allah and them, they was doing their job, and one thing and two for sure, when you stretch out and brothers come with their families, their earths and their babies and everything else, the children start to go to school and everything else, and they the ones that start to teach the children, because nobody teach children better than children teach children. And this is why it's our job to make sure that we teach all the children and do our best to save all the babies by giving them the knowledge of self, because we as adults, we can teach them in certain, you know, groups and pockets and everything, because ain't nobody want nobody 60-something years old around their kids 10, 11 years old or whatever. But if you teach your children and teach your babies, then they'll teach them, and you know, that's how the teachers become infinite.
Exactly.
Okay, we're gonna pause.